Hello folks, welcome back to PoizenJam Builds a Bass. Today we're going to start my second Build a Bass project. This time we're doing another jazz bass from Solo Guitars, but it's going to be a personalized custom project, kind of my own signature bass. So rather than get the JBK-10 kit again, this time I got the JBK-10, which is slightly different than the previous kit. I want to do a quick unboxing video to show you the new body, the new neck, and the different parts that actually come with this kit. I'm also going to be doing the quick check of the neck to make sure that the scale length is correct and that the neck is reasonably straight. Since most of the parts in this are identical to what was found in the JBK-10 kit, and I'm going to be replacing the majority of the parts with my own personal selection of parts. I mostly bought this kit for the purpose of the neck and the body. We're going to be going through this a little quicker than the JBK-10 video. If you'd like to see more about the items and hardware and stuff that are in this kit, please refer to the JBK-10 video. My understanding is that everything is exactly the same except for a few accessory pieces. And just in the interest of complete honesty here, this is not a true unboxing. I had to open this just to check the neck to figure out my finishing process. It's a maple neck. All right, let's get on with the unboxing. So here again, we have our nice big old Solo Guitars box. So we're gonna open this up. I am going to cut it off. So we're going to put a nice cut in my entire desk too, I'm sure. This one came with a promo of all of their kits. You should check them out. There are actually quite a few. And I'm sure there's something for everybody. Let's continue and discuss the primary differences with this kit. We've got the identical tuners as we got in the JBK-10 kit. You can go see that video for the information about those. Same thing with the neck plate and the complementary strings, I would say. All of that's pretty normal. The patch cable with your Allen key and your bridge height adjustment Allen key. Control panel is identical to the previous kit as well, JBK-10. Same thing with that hardware as well. Oh, also we have the same bridge. So the main difference with this kit is the accessories that come with it. And unfortunately, I won't be using these either, but this kit comes with a bridge cover and a pickup cover. I do not think these have been pre-drilled into the body, and they also don't fit the color scheme that I'm going to be going for, so we're probably not going to be using them. We're gonna set these aside and then take a look at the body, which is what I'm mainly doing this video for. Let's take out the neck. This neck, unlike the JBK-10, had an engineered rosewood neck. This one is maple, back and front. So more like a vintage jazz bass like you might see on the Getty. We're actually going to strip the poly off of this entirely and strip all of the frets out. We're going to replace them with frets that fit the color scheme. Nut is also going to be replaced in this case. So we'll do the check of this, but I'm going to set it aside for just a brief moment. Something I thought I would say, unlike the JBK-10 out of the box, the fret edges are actually very nice on this. I don't feel any sharp edges. They feel really well done. And now we're getting to the other major difference between the JBK-10 kit and the JBK-10 kit, which is the body. So let's set this aside. Oh, complimentary picks and business cards. Cool. I actually haven't had a look at this at all yet, so this is new to me. Let's take this out. Unlike our last body, which was a mahogany, this body is ash. It's got much nicer wood graining, I would say, but it's made out of 4 pieces instead of 3. Yeah, I like the look of this. I'm very happy with the graining on this. let's take a look at the back. Oh, and we've got these dramatic grains running throughout the back as well. So I am exceptionally happy with this piece of lumber. That's fantastic. Before we finish off this unboxing, like I said, this is a pretty straightforward and quick unboxing. I'm going to check the scale length. We need to make sure that the neck fits the pocket. All right, seems we're good there. And we need to check that the scale length is correct. I'm gonna support the neck down here. All right. We are gonna do two things here. We're gonna quickly check with a fret rocker that the neck isn't warped or skewed or any problems like that, and that it's reasonably straight. Good. And of course the neck doesn't even have bowing in it right now, so the strings aren't attached, so these wouldn't be expected to be completely flat right now. But this is just an initial check to, yeah, just a little bit. And I'll be honest, these are pretty good, but I mean, I'm gonna be taking the frets out anyways. Really, if these were the frets I was staying with, I would check each and every one pairing of 3 using this fret rocker. The idea of this fret rocker is that you place it across 3 of the frets and then you try to move it back and forth, like literally rock it. And if you hear a knock, that means the frets are uneven. So up here, for instance, hear that? The frets are slightly uneven. Ideally, you'd hear absolutely no sound, which is what I get on these. I cannot rock it back and forth. But we're plucking these frets out entirely, and I will not be using them on this, so I won't spend much time stressing about that. What I will look at, though, is to make sure that the scale length is correct. A reminder from my previous video, the whole point of this is to essentially make sure that this, from the bridge to the nut, is indeed 34 inches, which is the standard for a long scale bass, and that the 34 inches ideally is divided evenly between the nut and the 12th fret and 12th fret in the bridge. All right, 34 is landing just on our bridge perfectly on both sides. Yeah, 34 is in the range of our bridge saddle heights. Now we want to make sure, ideally, that it's divided evenly between the nut and the 12th fret, which we have, 17 inches, and then this should obviously be 17 inches as well. Okay, so what this means is we're in business. We can use this piece of wood, this neck, this body, to create ourselves a nice bass. So that's what I'm gonna do. What you're not going to see a heck of a lot of on camera, I'm going to be scraping the poly off and sanding. A lot of the sanding work cannot be done on stream because I have to do it outside in a more well-ventilated area, and I can't get good camera footage out there. If I can, I'm probably going to take off a little bit sanding here as well, just to make this neck a slight bit thinner. It's a little thicker than I like, but we'll see how brave I feel. And first order of business will be to fix the contouring here to much more closely resemble my Geddy Lee jazz bass. This contour is very shallow, and I prefer a much deeper, nicer contour to fit the belly. This is a much heavier chunk of wood than the mahogany. So that's the unboxing of the JBK-10. Like I said, we're not actually going to be using much of the hardware. I bought this mostly to get access to a cheap body and cheap neck. This is going to look really nice, but I'm going to have to do the sanding, contour cutting, and I'll get back to you when we do the dye. Until next time, cheers.